these is my favorite. Welcome to episode 1 of What's the Story with the Inspired Writer. And I'll tell you why in a minute, why I call myself the Inspired Writer. Now, first of all, thank you so much for all the questions that were posted in comments, in messaging. So I have a lot of material to work with, and thank you so much. But today, one of those questions, out of all your books, which one was the favorite to write and why? Okay, so that is like a really difficult question because you can ask any author who has written more than one book that would be most likely impossible to answer. So what I thought I'd do is I would just tell you something that I really like about each book, starting with Spiritual Journey of a Non-Binary Girl. Now, this book is loosely based on a true story. I wonder whose story. Anyway, the story is told through the character Mandy McCormick and her journey through life and how she was inspired by her family members, her friends, people she worked with. And that's where I got the brand name, The Inspired Writer. It all started with this book. And this one thing I really like about this book, each chapter is its own story and will feature her and another character. And it starts out where she's, I believe, 2, all the way up until she's 62. So that's what I like about this story. My second book, Journey Through Magic River. Now, what I like about this book is the characters. This is where I created the 2 main characters, Emily Stanford and Rick Miller. And I love the time travel, which I was inspired by the Outlander series. Another thing that I really like about this book is the main character, when she goes back in time, she meets her ancestors, which makes it even more interesting. And then she finds out that there's a curse on her family and a curse on Rick Miller's family that only she can break. So I love this book. I love how it came out and picked back up again with Courage Through Time. This is the second book in the Magic River series. And what I love about this book is the time period. It's in the 1940s. And one of the main characters goes back and finds himself, must be Rick, right? Finds himself in Hawaii, in Pearl Harbor, on December 6, 1941. That's the day before the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Now, Rick has all the knowledge in the world about what happens that day. And also, Rick is a military guy. So it makes it kind of interesting that he is there. He's kind of interacting with military guys. This also has a curse. Some other witch is causing trouble. So as you can see, that's why it's extremely difficult for me to choose one book. I love each one. So one other question somebody sent in was, did you take a creative writing course? Okay, I have to say, sort of. I never actually went to college or did any of that. But when I started writing Spiritual Journey of an Ordinary Girl, and I got done with it, I'm sure it was, well, it was a mess. The whole thing was a mess. And I was able to get a very good editor to edit it for me. But not only did she do that, she taught me everything about writing during the editing process. She taught me a lot about writing. So those are your answers for this first episode of What's the Story? So you keep those questions coming. And until next time, take care.